Good morning out there, out there. From in here, out here. Hi, Mark. Miss you, Mariana. Hey, Viv. We're hoping Uncle John's feeling better today. He's got cellulitis. That's my sister's husband. We call him Uncle John. Oh, boy. So how are you guys? We, oh, boy. Do you see how green it is? Now, doesn't that sound silly, but I keep being so happy about looking and seeing folks who watch us, because we're just chatting. I don't know. I'm looking out the window, the sunlight's bright, but the greens, I keep saying that the greens. Right, Viv? We love those greens. Mom, if you'd stay around, yeah, what's he doing, huh? You're a good girl. And she goes over there, we get tempted, huh? Oh, slurp. There's Vivi's nose. Yeah. Well, I hope you had a nice Memorial Day. And remember when it was called what? What? Quick quiz. No prizes. Decoration Day. When I was a little kid, it was Decoration Day. I can still hear my grandma talking about Decoration Day. Yeah. Check my little list here. Holy cow, we have all kinds of ferns out here. Do any of you guys have that? We have little ones like this, and then ones that are even over waist high, huge all through the woods. They're really something. This is so wonderful to see. Did I mention green? I wonder. Holy cow. Got a new sprinkler coming today. And we have so many annuals. Isn't it fun if you get to go to a garden place and pick out all the plants? Holy cow. It's just incredible how many there are. Stay here, stay around. See, Julie's keeping you. She's enticing you to go away. And we don't want you to leave visiting with everybody. But see what Julie's doing? She's making you think something's happening over there. Isn't that fascinating? Oh, she's almost coming back. Now she's at the refrigerator. We're narrating Julie's morning. How we make coffee. There it is. Oh, what? Not quite. A little more cream. There we go. Julie's laughing. She's laughing about it. So, yeah, we're getting a new sprinkler today. Getting the flowers in the pots, don't you? Well, there goes Viv. She's going to leave now. Get the flowers in the pots. And we inherited a lot of pots when we moved here, so we have to make some decisions about which pots to put them in. Viv, do you want to come back up? What if I gave you a little half treat? Creak, creak. What if I gave you one? What? Oh boy. Oh boy. Clunk. And so we have to figure out which pots, to keep and that sort of thing. Do you know, our 7 acres here borders a driving range owned by a church. There's a way to make some money, huh? Go to church and go out and hit some golf balls. We have already collected into our woods some hooks and slices that have amounted to about 1,000 golf balls, which we contribute and give back and do different things. But well over 1,000 golf balls in the 6 months that we've been here. It's hilarious. Yeah, that's a lot of practice needed, I would say. Yeah. Mimi's school's almost out. Oh boy. No more Thursdays. She finishes next Tuesday. She's just worn out. It's so sweet every day. The weather's so nice. We look out the window and there she is at the end of the dock out here. And she's on the phone, of course. Lots to chat about. Lots of friends to chat with. And yeah, anyway, we look forward. She's done such a wonderful job and it's been so hard. Gee whiz. I know it sounds like, and it is, but this collection of poems, some people are telling me they kind of like it. So, it's a key thing about reading a book of poems. It's like an art gallery. You just open it up someplace and, you read 3 lines, that one's not for me, and you find, I always figure if there are 60, 70 poems in a book, if you find 10, that's pretty darn good, And so up until July 15th, if you order the book, and if you need the link to order, just send me an email, jack@riddle.com, jack@riddle.com. I'll send you the link. And you get 20% off. And one of the reasons I want to encourage it is because I need a slurp. Ah, boy, that's good. Is because this is such a, I'll say prestigious publisher, but they're the only big deal one that's awful to say. They're all big deal. That's a nonprofit, and they give their books, as I've probably told you before, to hospitals and care centers and caregivers. It's really quite a wonderful group of people, and I love how kind each one of them is. Each one, just remarkable. We have an interim minister right now at the Douglas UCC Church. Jody is our interim minister. She gives a homily every week. She's really terrific. She's fun, she's funny, she's lighthearted, not heavy-handed. And she was thrown out of the Reformed Church for heresy. That's kind of interesting, because Norm Cansfield, who was this influential minister, teacher in the Reformed tradition, performed the marriage for his daughter and her wife, and was therefore accused of heresy and judged guilty. And then a group of all the ministers of the RCA, there was a letter written saying they agreed with Norm and that gay marriage should be part of the church. But only 4 ministers signed it, and one of them was Jody, who's our interim minister, and she was accused of heresy and found guilty. So out she went, and is now with us, and we're having such a good time with her. She's just a spark, as is this wonderful coffee. Here's an interesting book by Patty Eddington. You know Patty Eddington? The Girl with 3 Birthdays. This is searching for her birth family, and she finds out, 3 birthdays. Which one is Patty's birthday, really? We'll find out, maybe. On Wednesday, every Wednesday, you can find it on Substack or YouTube probably or whatever. Carrie Newcomer has a little 5-10 minute piece where she sings a song or she tells something that's happened during the week, and I think some of you would enjoy that very much. And I had a wonderful visit with my pain doctor. How can you have a wonderful visit with your pain doctor? Ann Monroe. And I highly recommend a pain doctor for you. 80-year-olds do that, Other people recommend movies. I recommend pain doctors. And she saved my life, and she would keep, no, but she did years ago. She said, have you seen your MRI yet? And I said, no. She said, but it's been a couple of weeks. I said, I know, I guess they're having troubles or something. She said, well, I can bring it up. And she brings it up, and she goes, And then she goes, oh, they told us in med school we're never supposed to do that. And then she said, get to the emergency room. And that's when I had this neck surgery. But Ann Monroe, ever grateful. Here I am with you guys. You know? Thanks, Ann Monroe. See what else is on the list. Not much. I guess I said to have a nice Memorial Day. School's out. I miss being a kid in my little town a little bit. You know, you could just walk around, put your bike down, go anywhere. Go down, play some ball. Go to the swimming pool. And everybody knew everybody, which was good and problematic, of course, but that's all right, you know. You could always get the news from Betty Salday. If you ran into her downtown, you probably would every day. How we doing there? Pretty good? Oh, I wanted to, 3 minutes. Okay, well, we're almost there. I wanted to mention watching Kukla, Fran, and Ollie. I was watching old Kukla, Fran, and Ollie shows the other day. Oh my goodness, how wonderful. What's fascinating is if you watch it, if you find it on YouTube, and you see Fran, she tends to turn always out to the audience at this brilliant time, and yet it feels like she's talking to the puppets. And those puppets were so much a part of Burr Tillstrom that when they asked him to update them, modernize, get new puppets, he couldn't do it because they were who he was. One time we were coming back from dinner from what used to be Point West, and someone chattered to the back seat, Burr, how was your dinner? And Beulah Witch answered, oh my God, it was fabulous. I just loved it. Everything was perfect. Everything. The salad, the dressing, everything. And some people might not know that there's a little tiny sculpture statue in the middle of one of the parks in Saugatuck, and it's dedicated to Burr. It's a little girl holding a puppet. And of course, Ollie is one of the great puppets of all time. Meredith, our daughter Meredith, Mimi went. Burr was at Oxbow, and she went to see. He invited them to see what's behind stage, and she went back there, and she came running back out. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. And again, what a lot of people don't know is Burr lived in Saugatuck, and that's again why that statue is there. Yeah, he was from Saugatuck. Yeah, Burr, yeah.
Well, yes, I think Kevin's so nice that he was there. Yes, I do. I think it's so nice.
Well, Memorial Day weekend. You know, Memorial Day weekend is really New Year's Day, because this is when when one makes all these resolutions for the summer. This is the summer we're gonna read War and Peace. This is the summer we're gonna wash all the windows, and this is the summer Julie's saying, hurry up. So here's a poem about it called A Few Days Before, we'll say after, but a few days before another Memorial Day weekend. You think maybe if you screened in the porch, you think fly fishing, you think rereading Middlemarch or your grandmother's recipes. There's summer ahead, lots of days, plenty of pots to make a container garden, mounds of begonias, asters, foxglove, cosmos, and coleus. There's your sister's wedding, her third, you think. It will be small, huge, both. It doesn't matter. And it does. It's not at all the same. What is the same is your penmanship. No matter how many calligraphy lessons or how hard you've tried to change the way you cross your T's. What's the same as birdsong and the taste of pepper? You switch serials. You turn off the television, the back burner, the boss, the highway. There's a little restaurant where you can order garlic mashed potatoes and switch to raspberry pie. You think if you throw away your shoes, buy a little car, a little place in the country, make a little sense. You say yes to 4 in the morning, yes to the dust on the table, no to the days of the week, to wind chimes, number 2, lead pencils, the West Coast. You know there's wax in your ears, there's time enough to tell, there's room for it here, or even there. It's just that the dog is asleep and the cats are asleep and the water is running where your mother said it would run, running while the welcome mat stays out. You wonder if you thought of Buddha, but no one can think of Buddha. So you think of Jesus thinking of Buddha, Jesus thinking of Krishna thinking of Buddha. Who is not thinking, who is letting the dream of a better kitchen wander off with the end of a novel. No, you think of the nuthatch climbing down the dead maple outside your bedroom window. You think of the kid on the yellow bicycle, pedaling like mad, like crazy, like wildfire down the street. Take care. Be kind. Try to be cheerful. Vivi's nose. Hello, Vivi.